one of my previous videos I said that Corki has a really bad model. So what did I do? I took the matters in my own hands by challenging myself to learn 3D modeling in 24 hours. Here's the process. For the first step, I downloaded Blender and tried to get my hands dirty with it. Well, joke's on me, because this application was a menace. Menus on top, weird panels, normal shortcuts that work in every other program not working here. And there was this cube mocking my existence. There was no way to continue like this. So I took a step back and watched some introductory tutorials and these wonderful character modeling videos from Grant Abbott and Thomas Potter. This gave me the courage to get started again, and if you want to check them out, there's a link in the description. For the second step, actually getting started, I went on timo.gg and got myself some references for Toboggan Corki, obviously, and tried to put them in Blender. It looks so much easier in the tutorials. Now, in order to start modeling, we just have to keep it plain and simple. Extrude until we get a rough shape. Apply a mirror modifier like this. Make sure to enable clipping and extrude it again. And now we have a blocky chunk looking like Corki's bob. We can use the special technique of edge sliding to round it up a little and... oh my god, this looks terrible. Let's try again with a simpler shape. Much better. We can just give it some more details and move on to making the gun. I wanted to challenge myself to do this only with cylinders, and apparently it was easier than expected. I think it is really wonderful that you are able to build such complex shapes by using primitives. As a final touch, let's make a hole and put Corki in it. And then I think we are done with the bob for now. For the third step, we can start creating Corki. I had just realized I had no idea how his body looked like, so I had to draw it myself. Very interesting to see was the fact that I literally followed the same steps as before. I split my Corki into smaller parts, I got the rough shape of him, applied the mirror, rounded him up good, and then just added details like hands, and obviously his aviator gloves, his magnificent mustache.
That's quite big.
His nose. His glasses, which were not looking quite right until I realized I only had to zoop. I added some more details to his helmet. And now finally I was only left with creating the glorious red scarf. This has been a little bit more complicated since I had to use the knife tool, but other than that it was just the same thing all over again. Corki was finally finished. Oh, I almost forgot to give him legs, but it's fine now. What was left was to add some details to his bob and also to create the sledge part and the little knobs holding it together. There were also some linking parts, but finally I was able to say that the model was finished. For now it looks like a weirdly shaped rock, but that leads us to the last part. Coloring. Oh man, this one was actually my favorite. I did not spend too much on it as I only had a few hours left, but pretty much what I had to do was to create some materials and give them some colors and maybe make them metallic to make them look more like metals. And finally to apply those materials to the given sections I would select. Well, now that I'm approaching the end of the video, I'm asking myself, is it better? Well, no. But it's not bad either. You can tell it's Corki and I'm honestly very proud of it. It was very scary at first, but after I got a hang of it, I pretty much just repeated what I had learned. I'm pretty sure there is a lot more to 3D modeling, and it also makes you appreciate all the cool games and the designs we have. There were so many talented and hardworking people which worked on them, and that's truly amazing. But anyway, this gave me enough courage to want to keep going, and I hope it helped you as well. But the wait has been long enough, so here it is. Corki in all his glory.